Welcome to a video for ECE 340 during summer session 2 in 2013 that I am calling Navigating the Course. And like any program, we need to have an announcement. And the first announcement that I want to make is to make sure that everyone's clear what this class looks like relative to the next 340 version, which will begin in fall of 2013, which is labeled 340A. This class, this particular summer session, will allow you to take 3 technical electives, 429, which is digital signal processing, and 2 controls classes, 441A, automatic control or analog control, and 442, which is digital control. If you want to take a digital communications technical elective, then you need to take ECE 340A. ECE 340 will not provide you with the necessary background material to move into ECE 435. The next class version of 340, 340A, which will be started to be offered in fall of 2013, will allow you to take all 4 of those technical electives. I just want to make sure that everyone's clear on that particular issue. Relative to this class, ECE 340, there's an immediate deliverable, and that is to create a passport into the course. The passport assignment can be found on the content page in D2L. If we go to D2L and go to the content page, you should find under the preliminary section a couple of possible locations that are of keen interest, and for this particular case, the passport assignment, you can either do it in the Word format or start with the PDF format. The course syllabus is also there in the preliminary section, as well as a lot of business and student orientation to D2L. You need to then submit that completed D2L assignment in the Dropbox, which is another page on the D2L website. And this is organized into 3 different sections or categories. There's a homework category of Dropbox folders, there's an extra category, and there's a MATLAB category. You'll find the passport assignment, which is due pretty soon. It's due Wednesday, the 10th of July. That has its own Dropbox, and that's in the extra location or category in the Dropbox. And we'll speak a little bit more about homework and MATLAB in a minute. There's 2 objectives for the passport assignment. One is for me to get to know you. Since this is an online class, it's hard for me to get to know you without some kind of communication in addition to the homework and the exams. And it will also provide you with an opportunity to get comfortable submitting assignments into the various Dropboxes. This particular class, ECE 340, Engineering System Analysis, is built around 3 exams in the final with some support from the homework, which is representing 10% of your grade. The exams are worth 20% each, and the final exam is 30% of your grade. If we look at the calendar for July, we're beginning the course on Monday the 8th of July, and that first week you don't want to be lulled into a false sense of slow pace, because once that first week is finished, the next 3.5 weeks are going to be packed with material. So you may want to be planning your time and doing some reading and studying ahead of the game so that you're ready for those last 3.5 weeks. Our 3 exams are on Fridays, the 19th, the 26th, the 2nd, and then our final exam, which is the final day of the semester or session, is August 7th. All of those will be held in Harville 240 from 1 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So make sure that you are okay to come to campus and take those exams from 1 to 3. They won't necessarily be 2-hour exams planned for, but will give you 2 hours to do those hour midterms or 75-minute midterms. The final exam is indeed a 2-hour final. You can see then on the calendar pages that there are additional labels, and those are homeworks. We're going to right now tentatively have 11 homework assignments. Generically, those are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays is when they are due. And the last week, obviously, you just have 2 days before the final exam, and you'll have homeworks 10 and 11 due on those 5th and 6th of August. Those homework assignments will actually be submitted via the Dropbox in D2L, and hopefully now you've seen where that's located. If you go to the 340 web page, which will look somewhat like this that I have set up once it gets loaded, but you'll now go to the Dropbox section and go in to the appropriate Dropbox and add a file and then submit. You can or you don't have to add comments. Hopefully it'll be clear that you're intending to submit that particular assignment through that Dropbox. The homeworks, as indicated on that particular Dropbox page, their deadline is 11:59 p.m. on the designated date in the appropriate Dropbox. And so you must be able to scan and deposit homework into the Dropbox, and that's one reason for doing the passport assignment early, to see if you have the ability to do that. If you don't, let me know via email and we'll see what we can work out. But hopefully everyone will be able to scan their homeworks and submit those to the Dropboxes. There will be MATLAB assignments on each of the homeworks. This particular session, those are going to be optional, and there are separate drop boxes for the MATLAB assignments. The MATLAB assignment are designed to get you comfortable with MATLAB, maybe help your understanding or your skills with MATLAB. And if you're on the borderline, I can look to see how much MATLAB you've actually submitted effectively, and that might make that decision of the borderline grade a little bit easier. There will be one generic Dropbox if you have trouble, if for whatever reason your system goes down, your connection is not working at 11:59 p.m. on a date of an assignment is due, then go ahead and submit that into the generic Dropbox and send me an email, and we can hopefully figure out whether or not that will or will not be allowed to count towards your homework submission. In terms of resources, there's the textbook, which is Lathy, Linear Systems and Signals, the second edition. You'll want to have access to that. There's the course website at d2l.arizona.edu. That's separated into separate units and exam sections, and each unit has at least one set of notes and videos, and obviously in each of the units there's a homework assignment. And this particular class, when you're dealing with the website, most of your time is going to be on the content page of D2L. If I can get my mouse to respond. And you can see then that in Unit 1, signal types and signal sizes, there's 3 little blocks of notes and videos prior to the homework assignment. Unit 2, obviously you have the homework assignment, but in that particular unit, there are 5 preceding notes and video pieces. Unit 3, there's 2 with some supplements, and you'll find then that there are occasionally supplemental material if you want it to help you with your understanding of that particular topic. There are also sections of the content page dealing with the exams and exam preparation. You'll see that there's several practice exams with and without solutions. There are also exam topics. You'll want to refer to that. When you're preparing for exam number 1, you actually might want to go and look at some of the practice exam material for exam 2 in previous semesters, because there may be some material overlap, and we might be covering material this summer session that was on an earlier session's exam number 2. Hopefully that is clear. A potential strategy for this particular session: it's going to move fast. You want to get ready. You'll want to probably look over the homework assignments for each unit, read and study the textbook sections. There's a coding strategy with the homework numbering system, and it should be clear what section of the textbook is responsible for or associated with each homework assigned problem. You can then watch the videos and annotate on the notes. The nice thing about this is you can start and stop. You can look over the textbook if that seems to be making the understanding a little better. But when I do a class participation in the video, you should actually take out some paper or get to the whiteboard. Try to actively engage in that process so that you are doing more than just passively trying to absorb the material. You'll want to then work the homework. Again, that will be submitted via the D2L Dropboxes. You'll want to study the homework solutions when those become available, and then you'll want to, depending on which units, generically there's 3 homework assignments followed by an exam, and you'll want to then work that exam preparation time into your study time and repeat that process throughout the semester. If you have questions, please send me an email and we'll try to get things cleared up, and hopefully we will all have a successful summer session 2, and you'll learn a lot in ECE 340. We again have the 3 exams scheduled for 3 Fridays during this session. We won't have an exam on the first Friday of the 12th, but we do have an exam each of the following 3 Fridays, the 19th and 26th of July, the 2nd of August, and our final exam is the 7th of August. Those exams again will be in Harville, room 240, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. All 3 midterm exams and the final will be in that room in that 2-hour block of time. Good luck, and I will be interacting with you in the immediate future.